in South African boxing, um, what do you think South African boxing has in terms of talent and in terms of the promotions and things? What do you think could be better?
We've got it's crazy the amount of talent we have in this country. Because South Africa is a poor country. Normally, poor countries develop the most brilliant fighters. I don't know why it just happens. All of us that come from poor backgrounds, we want to fight, and that's just what we do because we have to fight for everything, and that's most of South Africa. The problem with the promotions is that TV hasn't been involved in boxing. A lot of times, a lot of the shows have been not good enough for TV, so it's broken that down a bit. They need to put better shows on, and TV will get back into it. But it's TV coverage and the promotions of the shows that needs to be picked up a bit.
If you could fight anyone, despite their weight class or anything, who would it be? Like in the history of sport?
I think it would have been a great honestly to fight David Clara. I know he's always at least my weight as well, but I think I rate him as one of the best fighters we've ever had, and I looked up to him, and he was such a great person, such a great role model. I think that would have been an honor to fight him. It would have been a dream fight for me.
Who was your toughest opponent?
Oh, that's actually quite easy. It was my 16th fight. With Jonito Rubila. It was the first time I fought for a world title. It was a Filipino who knew every dirty trick in the book, and he gave me one hell of a fight. We actually had a rematch after that I won more convincingly, but I think definitely in the end, I think 80 fights when we fought. So the experience and things he knew was it was insane. Yeah, it was extremely hard.
Yeah, you're right. The people from smaller and more poorer countries, they do develop like the best fighters. I don't know. I think maybe because I think they have that hunger, and boxing is a way to get out of whatever poverty or anything they are in. And yeah, like from Mexico especially, what do you think of Mexican boxing?
Well, I think Mexico is one of the strongest boxing people in the world. Like you said, it's a very poor country, and it's a way for them to get out, and that's box. And there is not really, there's some football, some of this, some of that, but boxing is the easiest way because you're alone, you're fighting alone, it's easier to make it. Those guys, I think, turn pro when they're 14, 15 years old, which is not allowed in South Africa, and most of the countries in the world it's not allowed. It's special. I would have loved to be born there and to fight there. It would have been a great honor.
What countries have you fought in? You fought in Japan, I know, a couple of times. Where else have you fought?
I fought in America, Canada, China. As an amateur, sure, I fought in Namibia, Botswana, a few African countries, Thailand as well. So I was lucky. I've been lucky. I've been lucky to tour the world for the boxing. It's been great. Also fought in Monte Carlo, which was insane. The fight there, to see all the cars that drive around, it was one of the best things ever.
Which experience was the most unique, would you say?
Sure. This country, I think probably Monte Carlo, Canada. I love Canada. It was insane to see kids walking around the streets alone. Something we don't do in South Africa. It was the weirdest thing ever. And nobody had walls or anything or gates, and people with doors were open. It was quite weird. And I think Monte Carlo, the difference in people that we have in South Africa today is such a big difference. Those people all drive $1 million cars, and they all wear suits, and it was such a big difference to, especially the people, the way we are compared to them. I'll walk in the street and say hello to someone that's hello back. We're there, it's different. Japan was also quite weird because the people don't look in your eyes when they talk to you, it's respecting. It was also quite weird. But yeah, I've had such great experience all over that everything's different.
Where would you like to fight? Yeah.
Oh,
what about Wembley?
That was probably a great honor. But at the moment, I'd like to fight in South Africa because I haven't fought there in so long. But yeah, Wembley would be great. I know that Joshua and Tyson Fury undercard, that would be amazing. What a dream come true.